Hey everybody, Pat here with Farland Classic Restoration. Happy Farland Friday. Today we are down here over in the shop side. As you can hear in the background there, we are testing out an engine. Just went into the Lincoln Continental. You can see the guys over there. Way on the far side there, running that one. So we'll run through and we'll get back to that one. To get started today, chat a little bit about this Ferrari 550 Maranello. This one recently came into us, bought by one of our great clients here in town. Just wanted the full inspection after purchasing this car down in Florida. So this owner felt that the 550 Maranellos are really coming up in value as of lately. So picked this one up. It was previously involved in an accident. This angle here is a real great way to tell. You can see both these headlights hang a little bit down towards the center of the hood there. There's two mounting points that this car is missing, as well as a few issues with hood fitment, that stuff. So we'll be getting into this one, sending it to some friends here in town. They'll be doing a little bit of electrical work. There's some sensors, right? Hood telling us it's always open. I believe something going on with the trunk as well. So they'll be addressing the electrical issues, making sure everything's closing up and looking right. And then it'll be coming back to us for some fitment, adjustment, and then body and paint work. Let's see if this one's unlocked. There we are. Gotta check out that gated shifter. Of course, we've got the card in the way there. Just don't want to open that door too far, but definitely got to check out that gated shifter while we're here. The lovely 550 Maranello. Other little stuff on this one. Might be a little hard to see here in the sun, but very common on these. The dashboard is just pulling back a little bit, that leather over time. Gets a little warm and starts to bend in on itself there, so. We'll put things back. And then you can also see we had a casualty in the rear view mirror, so we'll be addressing that as well. A little bit to be done up in that windshield. You can see it pulled a little bit of the windshield out with it, so we'll be addressing that on this lovely 550. There we are. All right, let's head inside. Happy Friday. Again, I'm Pat. This is Farland Friday. If you want to see more on these cars, you can find that over at farlandcars.com. New one into the showroom here. I'm sorry, the shop. Is this 1967 Corvette 427. The 67 was the final year of the C2 body style. There was a bigger engine option, the L88, which this car does not have, but that would be the only bigger engine option on a Corvette of the time. So, the lovely 67 Corvette convertible also has those awesome side pipes. Fantastic red leather interior. You can see down there a list of things for us to dig into on this one after a recent purchase. Lovely 4-speed there. Looks like we're going to be doing a bit of work on the headlights, making sure those buckets flip over, open up properly. A little bit of e-brake adjustment, a little documentation, and checking brake lights. But we'll give you a minute to gander through all that lovely switchgear here in the C2 from 1967. In front of that, we do have this one wrapped up. You can see a recent video of this one over on our Instagram, as well as some recent posts on this one. This is a 1987 Porsche 911 slant nose. Originally sold here in the United States. An M505 car originally, so it was originally a slant nose from the factory, using those fiberglass panels. I'll get you a quick peek in there. The lovely slant nose. Our awesome detailer Dima is just getting started on this one. Done a little bit of work up on the hood there, as well as the gas door. Just kind of checking his way through the paint and figuring out exactly what his process is going to be as he digs into this absolute rarity. I was reading yesterday somewhere around 940 examples of the slant nose were produced in total. Around 150 made their way here to the United States. This one, being in '89, was the last year offered. And that lovely black over tan interior looks great with only 35,000 miles. So doing a bit more work on this one, but for now we'll be moving over to some other stuff. We recently finished up this 1966 Porsche 912 detailing. Went through the paint. Again, our awesome detailer went through, really took his time with this one on that single stage paint and clear. Was able to really bring a lot of fullness out of that paint on that one. So still waiting. We'll be putting the engine back in that one and doing a kind of a partial restoration on that one. From there, we have quite the parade of Porsches here. This is the 2007 Porsche 911 Targa 4S. You can see it was optioned with those very cool later Fuchs style wheels in a 19-inch. This one is in for mostly interior work, maybe a little bit of detailing here and there for us. But we'll pop open that door and get into what's going on with this one. One owned by one of our very great clients here in town. You can see we've got that full interior torn out. Our awesome upholsterer will be doing some seat inserts on this one. Originally black leather all throughout the seats, kind of changing it up, something a little more funky for this modern classic Porsche. Close the door here, and of course we'll check out that Targa top. Very cool, kind of slides back in here. Targas are my personal favorite type of 911, but to each their own. We'll come over here. We have the electric 912. You can see Josh is testing out all of his lights. Very cool to see. Fiddling away, getting the lights going. Josh, you got a minute to talk about this one? Show you kind of where we're at. You can see Josh is still working on wiring some stuff up. So what are you up to this week on this one?
I'm just trying to finish wiring up lights. The last thing we had was fog lights.
Okay, yeah, I did see those turning on a minute ago there.
Ran the wires rough just to make sure it all worked how I wanted it to, and I'm just going to run it off the parking light circuit, so that way when you turn the parking lights on, they're on. There's no separate switch because I don't want to add any switches to the dash.
Oh right, yeah, keeping it clean on the dashboard side, yeah.
So, and we'll switch them with LED bulbs instead of the halogen bulbs, so you don't have to really worry about them burning out either.
Oh nice. Are those LEDs down in the...
Everything's
not
LED
the fogs?
other
Okay.
than the fog lights right now.
Okay, excellent. Cool. Yeah, we'll just take your time for a minute today. That's easy enough. Thanks, man. Other than that, our next electric project is another 1966 912. This one recently came out of paint. This one is going to be a little more subtle than our project here. This one is going to be a black over black over black. Still waiting for final verification on exactly what that power plant's going to be, but definitely cool to see that one coming out of paint. We'll also stop by the paint booth. That's where our awesome painter Jeremy is currently spraying up all the remaining body panels for that one. So stop by in here for a minute. The 1959 Porsche 356 convertible D. That one actually looks like it's getting into a bit of wet sanding here with Dima, so we'll come back and check out what he's working on for a minute here. You can see we have that guide coat down underneath, helping him to see where he's been and where he needs to get to.
of the 2007 debut Lamborghini Ferraris. It's held by Untitled that she paired with a style all her own, sort of like Maranello and good orderly twist because the gun from the floor scheme. Doing her own thing is kind of always been Janelle's thing. Her style and blending with the beautiful spill over into free full-length records, including her most recent 2018 favorite computer. You hear it with Wonderland, the little inference she oversees will set amongst the likes of Jaguar Xke, and St. Peter. Most recently, we saw her laying down an exhilarating opening number of 92nd Academy Awards. She's the latest wrinkle for the multi-dimensional cultural force that is changed by her. She's just getting started.
Get out of the way there. Definitely cool to see the team at work. Again, very similar to polishing, anything like that. You just work in incredibly small sections, taking your time, really focusing on just that little bit of paint in front of you. Gotta get one more look at that lovely 2007 Targa. Then from there, we'll spin around the top here and check out our lovely Ferrari Daytona from 1973.
Gonna be a star.
Our metal master there. Usually he likes to hide out, but today wants to be the light of the show, it looks like.
That changed. I got released from the witness protection program
Oh, excellent. Out of witness protection, and
yesterday.
we love to hear that. You want to tell us what you're working on the Daytona, or maybe next week I'll grab you?
I'm fitting new cushions to the bumper.
Oh, okay.
We obviously had to take the rubber off to get them replated, so I'm have to make new ones.
Oh, okay, and match that fold through there, the angle all the way through. Wow, okay. So then does this, just for my knowledge, does this metal piece go...
This goes in here in the middle.
Oh, okay, in between.
And that's what the rivets attach to.
Oh, okay.
They go through the rubber and into that.
Helps you to mount it all the way through. Awesome. Thank you so much, John. I appreciate that.
I appreciate you.
Thanks, buddy. Back here are the Americans hanging out. The 62 Lincoln Continental LS3 and the 1967 Chevelle SS convertible 396. That one is getting the quarter panel repair. Do a nice little fly through there. Definitely quite a bit of work still to be done. We had our new guy Zach doing some sanding on this one the last few days, just making sure all those body lines are looking exactly right before we get it down into paint. So John spent quite a bit of time hanging this new rear skin, and then our painter Jeremy went through with that excellent primer, and soon enough we'll be spraying that one back to the baby blue. We'll also take a quick spin over to the paint booth, just peek in there, see what Jeremy's up to. There we are. Yeah, lots of parts hanging for the Porsche 912. Giving us the head nod there, the man at work. We'll stay out of his way here today, but... And then I almost forgot to finish up on that Targa, right? So the white Targa here, our upholsterer has pulled seats. So we're gonna be doing some inserts with this style of material, kind of a cool Porsche style pattern. And of course, measuring everything up. There's the old seat pulled out. You can see, you know, that leather had seen a little better days. Not necessarily worn, but she's also done some marking through here, probably for measurements, but also check on Josh's indicators. Good to see the lights coming together on that one. Hoping to have that one out to some events here in town in the next few weeks. Once the snow gets out of here. All right. That is pretty much it on the detailing and assembly side for this week. We'll head out into the snow for a moment here and spin around to the metal side of the shop. See what's going on over there with the guys. There's our 51 Chevrolet pickup. You can see we don't have that plastic covering over it, so it is a little dusty. But we did just repaint that hood, color match that to the rest of the car. A little bit of everything. Oil change, some work on the bed, all sorts. Zach, what are you working on over here, man?
Oh, it's the C10 hood.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's the 65 over there,
Yep.
right? Okay. Haven't gotten around to that one yet, but you can see Zach working through front of that one there. So we'll get out of your hair there, but good to see you, man. Up here is our Jaguar Xke Series 1.5. This one has been a long-time owner here in town. Owned for about 35 years. We'll be cleaning it up, detailing it. And then that one should be going up for sale over in the showroom. We'll take a peek through here. You can see John and William looking over some metal work on that Mercedes. We got Clint working away here on the 190 SL. Half restoration, partial restoration.
Whatever you want to call it. It's something.
What are you working on there?
I am getting ready to put one of the junction blocks in.
Oh, excellent. Okay, yeah.
Working on the wiring.
Little bit of wiring, yeah. I won't take up too much of your time today because I know we'll do a video of this one probably next week. But
You're fine.
yeah, just wanted to stop by, say hey. Thanks, Clint.
Not a problem. He's
Then we got-
working on wiring too.
Excellent. Everybody's working on wiring over on the mechanical side today. We got Jorge over here. Yeah, he's working on the 62? 64 Lincoln Continental. This one engine replacement just went back in there, so wiring it all up. We'll leave the guys to it here. Our Mercedes-Benz 450 SLC in for the bit of engine bay restoration. Taking a little time there. Another 190 SL. I believe we're doing a little bit of mechanical on this one as well. We also did some suspension work, and then of course there's a windshield that needs to go here, so soon enough. There we are. We'll fly around to this C10 Zach was telling us about. New one here in the shop. Again, trucks aren't typically the usual here at Farland, but you know, for those great customers that we work with frequently, we're happy to help them out with any of their projects. So you can see we've got that whole hood pulled, car covered for now, keeping all the dust off. Then we'll try not to interrupt Mario too much here, but get a quick glimpse of the 86 Porsche Carrera restoration. That one's going to be an electrification project, so he's just hanging some body panels there. Over here is our 280 SE. That was the metalwork William was working on. You're good. You can see it was that kind of moss green color, but we've got some metal work to be done on this, so especially down in here in these nooks and crannies, anywhere we left bare metal here, right up top here, you can see all that nice and nasty. So I believe William's working on the front fender up there. All right, we'll take a glimpse of that a hard glass window was offered in the car. So most people prompted for the hard window 1968s, and so very few were made in this design. You can see one of the Farlands pulling up there in their X5. And then our red 250, I'm sorry. The Orient Red, owned by an owner here in town for about 40 years. This is a 1967 model. It has been owned since 1969 by the same owner here in town. Yeah, he's fine. Checking out the interior here. Very cool. I haven't seen a woven wheel, right? I don't know a better way to put that. Stitched wheel, probably, on these 250s. And the 250 was a very short production run. I want to say 2 or 3 years, as they moved from the 230, 250, and then the 280. So kind of sought after. Definitely a unique color there in the orient red. Kind of a maroony red color almost. Almost a brown in some light, but that is pretty much gonna do it. Check that out. And you can see, got our friends over at Blast Tech looking like they're working on something new over there. Maybe a sunbeam of some sort, hardtop. That's only half the car, but the yellow's cool. But that is probably gonna do it for us this week. Definitely have some new stuff down over in the showroom. And of course, we're really trying to push over here on Facebook as well as YouTube, so go check out our stuff over on that end. We did recently do a delivery video on another Ferrari. That one was a 1971 Ferrari 365 GTC-4. Hung around the showroom for a little while, but Bill found a great regular client looking to get into the classic Ferrari game. So definitely go check that one out over on our YouTube. Other than that, we are going to call it for the day. Thanks for stopping by here at Farland. I'm Pat. This has been Farland Friday, and we'll see you down in the showroom next week.